What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video, another adventure. I don't know how much you'll be able to hear me because it is freaking windy and really cold. Really feel it out here. We are at the Sunset Point rest stop along the 17 on the way up to Sedona. And I'm with my buddy Yannick here.
How's it going, everyone?
And we are just standing here in awe and frozen cold, looking at this amazing view behind us. The light is changing so fast, the clouds are changing so fast. We got our camera set up, we already took a bunch of shots, and we'll probably check them out later and see if any of them turned out amazing or just okay, because let's face it, when you're out here in these conditions, it's so difficult to really look at them and analyze them and think about like symmetry and balance, because you just want to get back in the car. So we'll see what happens, and we're gonna head up to Sedona now. Catch you soon. All right, guys, so we made it to Sedona, and now we are at the Soldiers Pass Trail. And thankfully, there were not too many cars in the parking lot, because the parking lot is ridiculously small. And there's actually, if you don't get there early enough, you'll be sitting waiting outside for a couple hours trying to find somewhere to park. So we got a spot. The conditions aren't necessarily perfect. There is some low cloud around, so we might get something. Thinking a lot of black and white shots, get some drama. We might get some direct sunlight a little bit later, and if we do, that'll make for insane pictures. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys, so we are at the Devil's Kitchen. It has nothing to do with food, I'll tell you that much. It's this giant sinkhole in the ground, and you have a really cool cliff coming up from behind it back there. And the conditions aren't so great for a photo here. It would be nice if there was some dark sunlight hitting somewhere to add a little more depth and contrast. But just the location and the landscape here is pretty remarkable. So we're gonna get some shots set up here, and then we'll keep on heading up the trail. So walking around here at this sinkhole, it's pretty cool that it just recently rained, and you have some shallow pockets of water right up here in the foreground. And I'm doing my little trick where I'm using that little pocket of water, putting my camera way down at the ground. And when you do that, you can see the reflection of that cliff in that water. Really, really nice. And I think that'll make for a pretty cool image. Still struggling to find something good in the foreground, so we're still walking around here a little bit around this sinkhole and just hoping that some sunlight is going to peek through, because that would just bring it to the next level. So we're starting to move up trail now on the Soldiers Pass. We got some really amazing light, and I believe that's called Coffee Pot Rock or something. I'll have to look it up afterward, maybe I'm mistaken. But we got some amazing direct sunlight on those rocks for literally 5 seconds. And we were both like, hey, quick, let's run back to a spot and get a shot of that. By the time we were back, of course, as is the case in all landscape photography, we missed the right moment. So we're gonna continue walking up the trail to the sacred 7 pools. See what happens. So we made it to the sacred 7 pools, and they didn't look very sacred, honestly. They're very muddy and dark and don't really offer anything in terms of reflections or even appeal in the water. So we did find some other little shallow pockets of water right near the 7 pools down here. And the sun every now and then is peeking through for like a half a second and offering some good shots with those rocks behind me kind of lit up. Yannick's all set up with his composition here. Oh, yeah. Very low to the ground. And this tree right up here is also something that I feel like can work in a composition. I will probably walk around it a few times and try to find the best angle. There's definitely what to work with. So we'll keep walking around here, and it's unfortunate that those 7 pools, I feel like there's probably a better time when they actually are clear water and they look better and it's not so windy, so you can get that reflection. I've seen shots where it does work, but for right now, today, it's not working for us. So I've been walking around here by the 7 pools, and this tree behind me, there's really something really interesting and dramatic about it. And obviously from eye level view right now, it doesn't really stand out, and especially when you're back there, standing there facing the rocks, it stands out even less. But when you move down, when you move your perspective a little bit down, then you get some clearance between the tree and the rest of that foreground area. It stands out against the sky. What I'm doing is trying to capture that tree with the reflection of the tree in this pool in one shot. That's one shot I'm getting. And the second one is from standing a little bit further down these rocks here and get it as well. Got that tree isolated against that sky, which is very moody and contrasty. It really works against that sky, and you have all these layers of rock in the foreground really helping it. So we're driving back now out of Sedona, and we had an awesome time. We hit up that Soldiers Pass trail, got some really cool shots. The light today was insane. The wind was even more insane. And now we're starting to head back home. And thanks so much for watching this video, guys. I appreciate it. And if you like what you saw, and if you like seeing Sedona with windy conditions, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already down below. And we'll see you on the next adventure. Till then.